Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks, or if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, living with the resources that you have. Maybe you're trying an alternative lifestyle like living in your car, van, RV, tiny home, or something like that. And welcome to the channel. So I just tried to connect on another live stream and it didn't work with the chat. So hopefully you guys all made it back and welcome. So happy Saturday. Also, since you're already here, go ahead and put a like on this live stream so that YouTube knows that you guys like the live streams. And let's see who's here so far. Hey Grant, how's it going? Glad you made it back. Hey Finchy ASMR. Yay, yay, yay. Hey Van Life Rocks. Okay, driving and listening. Okay. Cool, cool. Where are you driving to? Where are you going? What are you doing? And if you're new to the Travel Snacks channel, then go ahead and hit a subscribe button and the notification bell and become part of the Snack Pack. So how's everybody's week? And also, what is the weather like where you're at? I'd like to know. As you can see, I'm in a different location this time. I'm not in my van and I'm not in my room. I am actually in Ocean Beach, which is in San Diego County, and I'm at a friend's house and I came here to help her move. She just moved into this new wonderful place, and so I've been helping her move in today. I know, so the channel is at 19, I think it's 1913 in the number of subscribers. So we're close to 2,000 subscribers, which is so crazy to me because just a few months ago we were at 1,000 and I was like pushing to get 1,000. And the day that we hit 1,000, I was just like so happy. So I'm like really excited to see how the channel's been growing. A pleasant 80 degrees. I actually don't know what the temperature is here, but my friend just moved into a place right near the beach. Like we could actually walk across and go to the beach. So I'm super excited that I'm here and able to go to the beach. The chat usually doesn't work if you click that kids are allowed. No chat and no comments. I know they changed the rules for a lot of like all the YouTubers that have kids channels or kids content. So if you have anything that has to do with kids, they've done a lot of changes to where you really can't succeed on YouTube anymore if you're having kids content. But I never marked that, so I don't think that was the issue. I think what happened is I set up this live stream like 2 hours ago and I scheduled it. And I think what happened is my computer probably, like, I don't even know, or whatever, but the chat just wouldn't load. So I had to reload the page. Hey, Fake Freedom. Hey, Monique. Fake Freedom, basically the chat wasn't working. Like I could see that I was on, but the chat just said unable to connect. And there wasn't anything that I could do to see what you guys were saying. So I basically wasn't going to be able to communicate with you guys. So I had to reload the page, which cut the stream off, which sucked. I did find out what happened last week in terms of the audio. I had installed this new like plugin thing because I was going to try to do this other weird thing. And it was trying to connect to that. And so I just deleted that. So I'll deal with that another day. So Monique, if you guys haven't been on our live streams, Monique is also living and traveling in her car. And Monique, how's it been? Because I know last week there was a little bit of a hiccup or confusion because I think one of your friends wasn't able to host you or something like that. Getting closer to an RV or box fan. Ooh, cool. That's awesome. So basically what I was saying is I'm in the San Diego area. I came over here yesterday afternoon. It was really nice. It's like a little more than 2 hours of a drive, but it was like not very many people on the road. So it turned out really well. And then I just figured I would do the live stream from the guest room in my friend's house because I didn't want my phone to overheat. If you guys have been on this live stream for a long time, you've known that other live streams, if I do them outside, the phone just overheats and shuts off. And I just felt like it'd probably be better to keep the connection today, just doing it from the guest room. Let's see. Everybody doing good this week? This week's been a weird, crazy week. It's been so weird. It's been so busy. There's just been a lot going on. Have all my notes. I'm trying to look over at it. Okay, so for those of you that are on the live chat, I'm going to say this in all the live streams moving forward, just so everybody knows. So basically, if you want to donate to the snack fund or the van fund or whatever fund, feel free to do that. There's no obligation. I'm not telling you to, donate if you don't want to. But if you do want to, you can either do it by pushing that little $ symbol at the bottom, and you can do that. But YouTube does take 30%, so it just depends on where you want your money to go. Or if you'd like, you can donate to my PayPal or Cash App, and that's in the description of all of my videos. So that's just a little disclaimer, just in case you don't want YouTube to get 30% of the money that you're donating. So other than that, yeah, that's it. And yeah, best through PayPal. It's really easy to do, and they don't take any of the fees or anything like that. Fake freedom, so hot here, but excited also. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was really hot in the desert, like so hot, and I'm so glad to be over by the beach now. Grant, my week flew by. Yeah, it was it was a crazy busy week. Hey, Shang, how's it going? I hope you're well. I'm chiming in from Disney's reopening. Ooh, did they open already? Are they letting mass people in, or are they just allowing a few, I wonder how they would do that. Shang, let us know. Shang is an old friend of mine, and he works with Disney. So that is interesting. We had hundreds and 90s this whole week. Yeah, me too. In the desert, it was so hot. Small numbers. So they're letting small numbers into Disney. That makes sense. I wonder, with rides and stuff, though, I guess they're going to have to do a lot of sanitation, wiping things down and stuff. That seems pretty interesting, though. I guess it's positive news if Disney is allowing people to come in and enjoy the amusement parks and stuff. Welcome everybody that's just joined on the live stream. Thank you for being here. If you're just joining, go ahead and hit the like button on the live stream, and that way YouTube will know that you like the live streams. Small numbers, super clean. Yeah, so I would imagine the good news about all this stuff, if there's a silver lining, is that I think people are just really very cautious and very aware of making sure that everything is clean and wiped down. So that's a positive. Just in any establishment, I think it's nice to keep things tidy and clean. All right, so let's talk food. Let's talk snacks and food. So this week, what are you guys snacking on? What are you guys eating on? This week I did really good, in terms of eating healthy and mostly vegetables and stuff like that. But whenever I visit my friend, we do get some maybe not as healthy food, which is delicious and wonderful. We talked about this a while ago on one of the live streams that I know you guys are probably going to be like, what the heck? But I, all my time of knowing Chick-fil-A, I never knew they had sauces. So every time I would get a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, I would just get mayonnaise packets because I didn't know they had all these sauces. So yesterday, for the first time, I tried 2 Chick-fil-A sauces. So I got a chicken sandwich and I cut it in half, and I tried the Polynesian sauce and I tried the Chick-fil-A sauce. And my life has changed. I've been trying to go plant-based, but now I feel like I've missed the boat on chicken on Chick-fil-A. So now I feel like Chick-fil-A because now the sauce is delicious, and I love the Polynesian sauce and the Chick-fil-A sauce. It was so good. So good. I'm trying to stay away from fried foods and meat, but it was just so good. So if you guys love Chick-fil-A, let me know what your favorite sauce is. I don't like anything with spicy, so I didn't want to get any sriracha or jalapeno or any of those sauces. But the sauces I did try were delicious. Okay, Monique. Okay, so Monique's update is not much traveling for now, but just hanging out with my friend that I've been camping outside her apartment. Been mostly at the beach. Ooh, which has been great. Yeah, the beach is awesome. The beach is my happy place. And so I'm pretty sure that later on after this live stream, my friend and I are going to walk to the beach and just like take a walk or just sit and chill and relax. And it's a nice breeze since she's so close to the beach. It's so beautiful. Ketchup Lay's chips. I do like ketchup chips. Those are delicious. And when I was in Canada, when I went to Vancouver, I bought some ketchup chips and they were really good. Hey Jay, Sorgy Stories, travel week to wife's home state, West Virginia. Cool. A battle between the discipline of broccoli, spinach, and biscuit sandwiches as big as your head. Low-key, I had a, not as good as that, but I had a egg and cheese biscuit from McDonald's and an iced coffee. Because whenever I hang out with my friend, we always go to McDonald's for breakfast. And it was pretty good, but I bet it's not as good as like real like biscuit sandwiches in like some of the southern states, because it seems like they just make better biscuits. Monique, I'm at the park walking off the big bowl of chicken barbecue mac and cheese. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Also, I didn't even know Chick-fil-A had macaroni and cheese. And my friend ordered, she didn't know either. So she ordered like a little container and I tried a bite and it's legit. The mac and cheese at Chick-fil-A, if you haven't had it, get it. It's so good. So, so good. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is a hit for me. I love Chick-fil-A. Hey AJ, I'm too having nice snack on the beach. Are you having a snack on the beach? What are you having? What kind of snack? Oh, hold on. I'm getting an alert. Hold on. I got to check. Ooh, okay. Grant just donated to the snack fund $15. And for those of you that don't know, whenever you make a donation, I have this app on my phone. Just because like if you click the little $sign on the chat on YouTube, it gives you cool stickers. So I thought, if somebody wants to donate through PayPal, what can I do to like make it fun and exciting? So I got this app with all these sounds. And so I feel like Grant has his own special sound that I always do, but I gotta remember what it's called. But it's fun. And thank you so much, Grant. It's so exciting. I'm trying not to like talk too loud or get too excited because my friend is in the other room. She's probably watching TV. Hold on a second. Okay. What's going on? Oh, gotta turn the sound on. That wasn't it. That's not it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. That's the sound that I always play for Grant, because before all this, Grant would donate a lot to the snack fund like every weekend. So I was just doing that like with my mouth, which is like not as fun and festive. So now I love that sound. So thank you so much, Grant. You're always such a big supporter of the snack fund and travel snacks, and all the money that anybody donates, it always goes to things to like, like when I get back on the road, it'll go for like gas or something like that. Or like when I'm building my van, there's a lot that goes into building the van. And so all of it goes to a good place. I'm not just out here, buying handbags and whatever else. It's always going to like a good place. And I'm very good with my money in terms of like rationing it out. So it's truly appreciated. And I thank you so, so, so much. But yeah, awesome. Okay, so Chick-fil-A. Nobody wants to tell me their favorite sauces from Chick-fil-A, or maybe you don't like Chick-fil-A. Maybe you're on the Popeyes kick, Popeyes chicken sandwich. I don't know. I don't prefer Popeyes chicken sandwich. I've had it 2 times, and I gave it a chance. I don't love it. I don't love that. Like, it's too chickeny. I don't know. That sounds weird. It's a chicken sandwich, but I don't know what. It's not as buttery as Chick-fil-A. So I'm a Chick-fil-A person. Okay, so let me show you real quick. I can't really show you too much because I'm in a bedroom and whatever, but I will show you just the outside with the palm trees. Well, the shades are down. I don't know. Oh, you guys don't have Chick-fil-A in Canada? Dang. AJ, smack a bit. Oh, so you're smacking booties on the beach? That's weird. But snacks on the beach is always good. So this is, I don't know if you can even see, but, well, it's hard to see, but it's basically palm trees. And then the beach is over there. So it's not really the best view, but it's very nice. So we live in the San Diego area. Usually they don't have air conditioning. So you usually just keep all your windows open, and like it's just a very nice breeze. It's just so beachy and nice. Dang, no Chick-fil-A in Canada. Is it pronounced Sania Livingston? Hello, how's it going? Correct me if I'm wrong in the pronunciation. There's no Chick-fil-A in Alaska. What? I did not know that there was no Chick-fil-A in Alaska. Is Chick-fil-A in just like certain states? AJ, no, that just rhymed. I'm quarantined. I get it. Because we're all in lockdown. What's interesting is they did open some of the beaches in California, here in California. So depending on where you are, I guess some beaches are still locked down and some beaches are open. But our governor's just whatever. And so he's been opening things, closing things, opening things, closing things. So it's like now I think we're all confused about what's open and what's closed. All the restaurants closed back down in terms of sitting inside. So you can still do takeout and stuff, but I don't know. It's just been like on and off. And now we're back with wearing masks in all counties. Whereas before, like maybe 2 weeks ago, it was not required, but now it's required again. So it's just like a big, just, up and down wave. So it's been just interesting. And I don't know if it's like that for a lot of other communities, but I know in California, it's been really up and down. Hey, Nate, how's it going? No Chick-fil-A in Vermont. Vermont only has McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. Wow. I did not know this. Hey, Fireproof Sun, how's it going? AJ, I'm not from the USA, though. I travel everywhere because I love to, so I've been many times. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know how it's been like in terms of the quarantine or lockdown and stuff for other states, but California's just been all over the place. So for those of you that have that were here last Saturday for the live stream, and a lot of you sent me messages and well wishes for my mom. So just a little update I wanted to give you on the situation with my mom. So what I found out last week is that my parents were in the house and they were actually watching the live stream last week, but they didn't say anything on the chat. And so when I was done with the live stream, they were like, good live stream. And then my mom, she was like, I would have preferred if you would have told everybody on the live stream what was actually happening instead of just the highlights or just the basics. I was like, oh, like I thought you would rather me keep it private. And she's like, no, I think it would be better so that people don't think I just fell down and hit my head like I'm just old. So hold on one second. I'll tell you the update. I just want to get to these chats so they don't get backed up. Fireproof Sun, Washington is also locked back up. Okay. AJ, age, are you just asking my age or you want to tell me your age? Sorgy Stories, went to Chick-fil-A site. Oh, okay. Okay. Alaska, Hawaii, Vermont don't have it. Oh man, that sucks. And Fireproof Sun, Northern Idaho, that I'm doing the van conversion. That's been delayed for a few months. AJ, I'm not asking your age, just telling you that my name is spelled as age, not AJ. Oh, all right. Thanks for the clarification. So age Iskin. Okay. Age. Good to know. Fake freedom. They're trying to keep peeps from traveling and leaving their states. I know. A lot of the states still have that 14-day quarantine to where, like, if you go into another state, you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days. And I guess they manage that by like looking at license plates and stuff. But I don't really know how they can really keep track of everybody. But I don't know. Okay, so basically, last week I was saying that um, the previous week my mom fell down and hit her head. So basically, for the past like 3 months, my mom, my mom is very active. Like, she likes to rake outside, and we live in the hot desert. It's like 90s and hundreds. So she likes to rake and hula ho and keep the yard looking nice. So she'll go out there and she'll just be out there for hours. And so what was happening in the last like 3 months is that she would go out there and like her heart would start to race, like, so just like fast, like whatever. So she'd come in and have to sit down, and she would feel like, you know, like she's going to pass out, or just she felt super weak because your heart is just racing. So after like a month of that happening, or a month or two of that happening, my mom and dad bought this like little like square monitor. So you put your 2 fingers on the like little metal part, and it like measures your heart rate. And then it's really cool. It's like an app on your phone, and it allows you to print out the heart rate. And so my mom's was what they call tachycardia, which is racing heart. And it was like getting to be like 110 beats per minute or like whatever, and just very racy. And we kept telling her, like, go to the doctor, because like this isn't normal. And it wasn't like she was overheating. It was like she could be doing something basic, even on like a cooler day, and her heart would just like out of nowhere start to race. Or sometimes she would just be in the house and her heart would race for no reason. So, and she has a very physical job as well. So she works nights, and she works for 5 hours, and she just is very active at work as well. So sometimes she was having heart racing at work and stuff. So the day that she fell, what happened is she was out working in the yard. Then she was sitting on the patio watching my dad like build this table. So she was sitting there for a long time, and then she, got up and said, okay, I'm going to go in the house now. And then she like was walking, and she said, like, just like that, she just blacked out and passed out and fell down. And, like, if you feel lightheaded or you feel woozy or you feel like yourself blacking out, usually you have time to like at least maybe like grab onto something, you're, kind of passing out. She said it happened so fast that there was not even a split second to like grab onto anything. She just like dropped like a sack of potatoes, just fell on the ground and hit her head. And so my dad was out there, and then he like screamed for me to come outside. And I was like, what's happening? And so that's what happened. And so I told the whole story. I'm not going to go over it again. It's on the last live stream, but basically we took her down to the hospital. They wouldn't let anybody in, and she was there for 3 days. And so what they ended up doing is they ended up like inserting this, I don't even know what it is. It's like a metal, I don't even know. It's like a metal coil or like a metal piece. It's like this, maybe like down here, like this tall, and they like inserted it like just in the skin. And then she's got this like box that sits next to the bed that monitors it. And then also she's got this like little cool key fob thing. So like if she's outside working or raking or whatever, and she starts to have a heart race, she just clicks the button, where she holds it next to the little coil. She clicks the button, and the light turns from blue to green, and it beeps. And so that registers on this whatever, and then it like tells like a report to the doctor. So she's got to keep that thing on for like 30 days, or inside of her chest for 30 days. And they're just monitoring her to like see what's going on. So the bottom line with the update is that we still don't know what's going on. But ever since she's came out of the hospital, and they took her off work for the next 30 days. So ever since then, she hasn't really been having the heart racing too much, which is good news. But also you kind of want the heart racing, because then they can monitor it and see like what's going on, or like trying to figure out like what's really going on. So it's just been like really like up in the air. Okay, let me read some of these comments because I was talking for a long time. Age, that's actually a pretty cool name. Yeah, that is a cool name. Hey, Moonlight Walker, how's it going? Age, LOL, just realized I'm such a misunderstood human. Hey, it happens to all of us. Okay. Is someone here from Germany? I'm not in Germany. I'm in California, USA. Grant's from Canada. Are you in Germany, Moonlight? Hey, Oscar, how's it going? Hello, hello. Oh, awesome, cool. Moonlight Walker's in Germany. What time is it there? I think Germany's like 9. Is it 9 hours from California? I don't know. Fake freedom. I'm very pleased your mom's okay. Yeah, us too. Like it was very scary because we didn't know what was going on. We still don't, but at least she's feeling better. Grant, same kind of thing happened to my mom years ago. She's had a pacemaker ever since. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, fake freedom. I am German. We are in German. Where are you in Germany? Oscar, pacemaker. And then fake freedom says I am from Uton. Is that Uton? Hey, Nate, knowing this healthcare system, I imagine this was very expensive. I don't know. I don't really know. My parents' financial, healthy stuff, whatever they're on. I don't know. I don't know that part. But yeah, the healthcare system in America is ridiculously atrocious. Hey, age. Okay, as people grow older, they measure their life days. They say, add life to your days, not days to your life. Just keep her happy. It really works. Take care, Allison. Like the good Allie daughter. Yeah, exactly. Like, just like making sure that she's comfortable. And my mom is like very, very active. She just turned 70 in December. But she's like probably even more energetic than I am for sure. So she likes to be doing stuff. She doesn't like to be just sitting around watching movies and stuff. So it's hard for her to sit still. So she wants to be able to continue to do things that she wants to do. But it's really great though that her heart has been racing less. So I think that's positive, but I really want them to figure out like what's the deal. Because, if she needs to get like whatever surgeries or pacemakers or whatever, like I don't know. But that's just like over time they'll monitor to figure that out. Hey Evelyn, how's it going? Hope your mom gets better. Thank you so much. All right, then there's some talk about Germany, which I don't know where any of these places are. Sorgy stories, lifting your mom for healing. Hallelujah. I receive it. Stamina, wisdom, and trust. Yes. So we've been praying a lot, and I believe in God's healing. So I know that God's got his hand on her, and I believe in God's will and timing and whatever. It's all in God's hands. So we definitely keep that in our mind, and we know that everything is under God's control. So thank you very much. So any prayers or well wishes are more than appreciated. 11:30. Okay, that's not too bad. Thank you. Okay, Grant, weird fact. Every relationship I've ever had has been with a German girl. That's interesting. Fake freedom. Saw your mom trying to help with the van. So that video was made before she fell down. This van, which I'll talk about the van update in a few minutes. This van build it takes quite a while, and we do it over several days. So whenever you guys see a video, that's probably over a few days, and I have to still edit those together and put music to it and color grade it and all these things. So the videos are usually like about a week or two behind. So when she was in the video lifting the roof, that was before she fell and hit her head. Let's see. Okay, Nate says maybe a colder climate would help. I don't know. Yeah. But my parents have been in that house forever, and I don't think they would ever move. But she's been in the house a little bit more, I will say. Like she still gets out there and does like her raking, and she likes everything to be like tidy in the backyard and stuff. But she's been, taking more precautions and stuff instead of just like going out and just trying to be like out in the hot things. You would love Germany. I bet I was supposed to go to Germany on when I was in Europe in 2018, and I was supposed to go, but I ended up going instead of Germany. I ended up going to Budapest and Czech Republic. Um, I don't know why. I don't remember how that all transpired, but I didn't really have like 100% plan. But I was in Europe for 3 months, and I went to Italy, and I stayed in Italy for like 3 months. Then I went to Ireland, and then from Ireland I just changed course, and then I went to France, and then I went back to Italy. I don't know. It was just all over the place. I was going through a breakup at the time, so it was just all over the place. It was a crazy thing. Oscar, hit that like button, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button if you guys are watching. It really makes a difference for YouTube to like start showing the Travel Snacks channel to other people. And so when you hit the like button, it does like boost something in the algorithm. I don't know exactly. Zania, please tell your mom and dad that I said hi and hope she feels better soon. I sure will. I definitely will. They love hearing all the stuff. Whenever I get off my live streams, I usually tell them, they always say, how'd your live stream go? And I'm always like, it went really well. And they feel like they're part of it too, a little bit. So yeah, my mom, she's like, why didn't you tell people what really happened? I don't want people to think I'm just old and fell down. I was like, well, try to like keep your privacy intact. And they're like, well, it's just like, you should just tell them what's happening. And I'm like, I mean, okay, it's your live and your medical, so whatever. But I'm glad I'm able to tell you guys too, because the prayers and well wishes are really nice and well received by my family. So I really appreciate that. Monique, yes, lifting your family in prayer. Thank you so much. Wow, 17 watching. I think that's a new record. I know. I just looked up and I saw 17. I was like, oh, cool. What's really cool is the very, very, very first live stream I ever did when I was in Louisiana. It was like 20 people. And I know that's like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you do live streams, like I already knew coming into it that my channel is not like huge. So I was already prepared, like even if one person came on or two people came on, I would still be feeling blessed and grateful. But the first one I had 20, and I was like, that is so cool, and I think because it was new and people were just like trying to figure out what was going on and what it was going to be like. But yeah, like since then it's depends on the live stream, but 17 is great and I'll take it and I appreciate it. I have been to Germany times, but not now, maybe because I fear COVID germs many times. Okay, Sania, your dad was my mom's cousin. Okay, Sania, I was like thinking like that. That name rings a bell. Sure, Sania and Sharif, right? So I do know who you are because I was like, that is so crazy because I was like, that's a name that I know, but I've never heard anywhere else. Cool. How are you doing? I'm so excited that you're on the live stream. Thank you for joining in. That's awesome. Fake freedom. I figured heat exhaustion. Yeah, we thought that maybe she was just overheating. And we weren't sure. We were like, stay out of the sun or don't go in the afternoon, but it was happening at weird times. So whatever. Fireproof Sun says, hi, Allison's parents. I don't know if they're watching today because I'm not there. I'm in San Diego. And so usually before I go on my live streams, I'll be like, okay, I'm going on my live stream now. So I'll be out for like an hour or two. Usually I sit in my van and do it. But today I'm not there. So maybe they forgot or maybe they're on. If you guys, mom and dad, if you're watching this, say hi in the chat. Don't be creepers. Grant, oh, right. I forgot about Louisiana. Yeah. Doesn't that seem like so long ago when I was in Louisiana? I was in Louisiana in March. Yeah, because what happened is I was coming back to California, but I was going slow. I was just supposed to go to like Louisiana and like go slowly through Louisiana, then Texas. Then I was going to go through New Mexico, Arizona, and all these places to like keep doing good videos on my journey. But then the COVID happened and everyone was like, you need to get home because lockdown is happening. And so I quickly left Louisiana. And so it just seems like that was so long ago, but it was nice while it lasted. Oscar, you have been very partial to Hollywood, still asking us to like you. Good. Moonlight Walker, okay, good to hear, Sonia. Moonlight Walker, I know that doesn't fit theme, but do you like Trump and the politics in the land, in your land in general? I personally don't like to talk about politics on my channel because everybody has such, well, not everybody, but some people have very strong opinions about politics. I have my opinion, of course, we all have opinions, but I really don't like to talk about politics in general because I like to keep my channel like lighthearted. There's a lot of things going on in the world that, of course, I have my opinions on, especially like when it comes to racism. I'm just not here for that at all. In terms of the government, I think the only thing I'll say about the government is I think that there's a lot of people in the US government that shouldn't be in the government. I think a lot of it has to do with greed and wealth accumulation. I think there's a lot of, like, how do you say it? Like a lot of behind the scenes corruption going on that we will just never know about. And I think that until we get some like new people in that has a better interest in just the regular average everyday American, I think it's going to be kind of crap for a while. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I always think there's a lot going on that we don't know about, and it always has to do with money in general. Okay. Nate, do you like San Diego or the desert more? San Diego, 100%. I love the beach and I love being here. Grant says months ago, which he's talking about Louisiana. That was like, it was several months ago, but it just seems like forever ago. LOL, don't be a creeper. Yeah, because it was weird because last week they're like, we watched your whole live stream. I'm like, you did? That's so weird. Grant, please don't turn this political. Yeah, no. I don't like to go down the political road because we all hear, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all hear about all these things, like hard things in the world. And I just know for me, like, I'd rather talk about what's possible and what's wonderful and, like, traveling and, getting to experience more things and being respectful and open and wonderful to each other. And life is hard right now. Like, it's a lot going on and there's a lot of people feeling depressed and anxious and scared. And, like, I don't want my channel to be that way. I want to have a live stream where you can come and feel happy and be, maybe take your mind off of what's going on for a little while at least. And just, I don't want to go down the political road. You could watch news for politics and just whatever. I mean, you can always go on Facebook too. People on Facebook seem to be super political. I don't go on Facebook for that reason. Oscar says, I like Trump. Age says, which are the other places you've been to except USA? I've been to, in Europe, I went to Netherlands, the countries that I just named. I've also been to Costa Rica like years ago. One time I went to Dominican Republic a couple years ago, and obviously Canada and Mexico. I think that's, and then I totally forgot. I went to South America. I went to Peru, Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. That was last year. Gosh, time is just weird. I don't know. Yeah, I guess last year. I was there from January to, I think, March. Yeah, I was there from January to March. So those are all the places I've been so far. And all of my travels, like all of my international travels, has probably happened in the last 2 to 3 years. So I think I've just, like, my kids were growing up, and then I finally had an opportunity to start traveling once they moved out. And so I really started to, like, travel extensively. And then now that I started doing YouTube and stuff, obviously I've been living in my car, and now I'm working on a conversion van. Also, one thing I wanted to mention, just as maybe like an encouragement for faith, was 1 year that I resigned from my job. 1 year already, you guys. Like, I was like, that is incredible, because when I quit my job, I didn't have like a mega plan. I just like I had some savings and I knew that I had to get out of there for my mental health. And I didn't know how it was going to work out, but I truly like stepped out on faith and believed that God was going to take care of me. And I believed that God wanted me to like do something greater and do something with like encouraging others and trying to help as many people as I could. And so I started really focusing on YouTube and stuff. And it's been 1 year that I've been not working. And it's like, I mean, there's been like, I'm so appreciative to my parents for letting me stay with them when I'm not traveling. And then I've just used my resources. And honestly, I still look back and I'm like, how have I made it so far? But the only way is God. In my mind, the only way is God, because I would get like a little money here. I'd get some donations. I'd get like, you know, I don't even know, just like something would happen. I'd get like a couple $100 from like, you know, whatever, like one of those like lawsuit things, the class action things, or I'd get like a rebate or whatever, or the stimulus that came in handy or whatever. It's just been like amazing to see. And then now that my channel has gotten monetized, like I'm not making like a ton of money. Like right now, I think the most I've made on YouTube is like $150 a month, but I live very frugally. And so it got like, it's just been amazing. So it's been 1 year without working. And so it's been awesome. Let's see. Monique says, please, thank you. Let's keep politics off your channel. It can get pretty ugly. It can get ugly real fast. Trump might too, like Oscar. Yeah, you never know. Grant, I'm with you, Monique. I haven't been to Asia. I haven't been to Australia. Asia is amazing. I was there last year, planning to go again. Yeah, I want to go everywhere. I'm the kind of person that would love to just go every place. But obviously, like that's going to be delayed now in terms of traveling internationally because I need to build up my money. And I think right now it's going to end up, now that I'm converting the van, I think it's going to just be a lot of US travels for now, which is fine with me. Sorry, guys, I have to go to bed. So good afternoon or evening or good night. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining on the live stream and good night. Nate, I'm half Liberian, West African country. Would you ever visit Africa? Yep, I would love to visit Africa. I think that'd be amazing. Fireproof Sun, congrats. I've only had 1 month, no job. That's awesome though. Hey, it starts somewhere. That's awesome. So yeah, like just take it 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. And every step of the way, I'm just like, you know, I know it's going to work out. I just always had like such a positive mentality. I'm like, I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know it's going to work out. And also another thing is you have to kind of protect your energy because like I told the closest people in my life, I said, hey, I want to ask you a favor. I want to ask you to not ever say, hey, you know, maybe you should get another job or maybe now's the time to get another job because I didn't even want that to be an option. Like I didn't want to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to like jump from this job to this job and just get something I really don't like just to make money. Like, I'm not saying that it, like that would never have to be a possibility, but I just didn't want to hear it because I didn't want my mentality to like start like leaning on that. I wanted to put my full faith in God's power and just be like, you know what? I have no idea where I'm getting my next dollar, but I know God knows and he provides for everything. So I just ask the people to support me in the way of not telling me to just like give up and just don't just say, oh, just go get another job. Just keep supporting my ideas and my thoughts of like how I'm going to continue to like move forward. So if you have people in your life, just ask them to support you and just stand with you and say, hey, like you're going to make it. You're going to do great things. All right. My job made my travel difficult. I left the job and have business plants in most places where I've traveled. This job is so much more successful, much more happier. That's awesome. You're low-key struggling, Fireproof Sun. Well, you know what? I know it might seem like bad to be struggling, but some of my greatest victories have come through struggles. There was times where like when I first decided to try living in my car, I was like, what am I doing? Like the first trip that I did in my car, I went to from California to Vancouver and back, and that was a 3-week trip. It was like I'd never lived in my car before, and I didn't really even have like, I mean, obviously you never know until you try it, and I didn't have all the things that I had on my second journey. And there was times where I would be like sleeping in my backseat, and I'd be like, "Is this what you're doing now? Like, what's happening here?" But like every time that I would continue to like progress and through my struggle, I felt so much more like a champion. I felt so strong. I was like, oh my God, you can do anything. And like, it just mentally makes you tough, like in a good way. And so if you're struggling, just be like, try to keep your joy and just be like, you know what am I going to gain through this struggle? And the longer you keep doing it, the better. And also, this may not be a popular thing to say, but like, do your best to be a good steward of your money. Whatever little money that you do have, even if it's $1, try to make that dollar stretch and don't be frivolous, because I've actually always been very good with my money, because I feel like it's a blessing to receive money, and it's also like you can make your money go really far if you don't like overspend. And a lot of times there's things we think we need, but it's not a need. It's usually a want. And so you can always, not always, but most of the time you can modify what you want to get a little bit of what you want, and, like not just go crazy. Okay. Mama's Boys, Comics in Living Color. What's up? You know what made me laugh? On the last video when you and your dad were gutting the van, in the end when he was saying my pizza was okay, I had 4 slices, and you said, Dad, no one wants to hear about your pizza. I know you were hot and tired. And I thought, yes, we do. The channel is called Travel Snacks. I love your dad. Awesome. That's true. It was like, yeah, it was at the end, and I was like just trying to wrap up the like just filming. And he just like, my dad, he'll just start talking about stuff. And he's like, I just, because he's like always talks about like microwave times, which is so funny to me. He'll be like, yeah, I had like a, like a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. And like, I don't really like to flip it over. When they ask you to flip it over, it's like, I just want to put it in one time. I don't want to have to flip it over. And it's just so funny. He'll just launch into this thing about microwave times. And it's just like so funny. I just wanted to record it and like go in and take a shower. But you're right. It is Travel Stacks. So maybe I should have talked about the pizza, but it was his leftover pizzas. He was so excited about like getting his 4 slices. We'll always believe in listening to your heart. Do what we love. That's it. That's right. You always have to listen to your spirit or your gut feeling, whatever you want to call it, because, that's all we have to go on. Is you got to like listen to instincts, back in like when people were still like just beginning on this earth, you really had instincts. You had to like, just like animals, you have to like really quiet yourself and listen. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? And a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world, and especially America, we're so like brainwashed into thinking we need more. And we don't need more. We need probably a lot less. And we need to like respect and appreciate what we have. And like, ever since I just started to, really hone down on those kinds of things, my life felt so much more free. Good night, Oscar. Monique, I feel the same way about this journey I'm on now. I just asked my close friend and family to support me and not judge the process. That's right. Just ask your friends and family not to judge what you're doing, because it's hard on your own. Just mentally, you have to, deal with your own self, your own mentality. But then when you have little thoughts or digs from other people, it really like hooks in there, and you start to like, especially like if you're like, there'd be times where I'd be laying in my back seat and I would just think of a thought somebody would say. And I'm like, gosh, is that person right? Or like, should I consider that? And I didn't want to even consider anything except for what I was doing and what I felt God was leading me to do. Allison, you are amazing. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Oscar. Keep going, hon. Good night. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hold on one second. I just want to. Okay. H was in India last year. Oh, I want to go to India. So different to what the media. maybe they seemed really happy and believed in love, emotion, and humanity, unlike us. Yeah, I would love to go to India. I don't ever listen to the news. The news can suck it. I don't agree with the media. I don't agree with the news because just whatever. It's a whole other thing. But there's so many wonderful people on this earth and so many wonderful places and so many beautiful places that don't like let one source of news stop you from trying to explore in this world. Monique, I thought your dad was funny too about the pizza. That made me laugh. That's awesome. Amen, Fake Freedom says. Mama's boys, very true. And most of the time the doubts are their insecurities. Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, and like a lot of times, well, I guess every time, you know, whoever you're talking to, they're coming from their experiences, their thoughts, their opinions, the way they live their life. Like my friend who I'm here at her house right now. We're like best friends. Okay. We talk about everything. We talk like all the time. But she's like, I would never, ever, ever consider living in a car or a van or anything, and barely even consider going camping. She probably wouldn't. And but she's so supportive, so supportive. And so I think people are capable of being supportive, but they're always going to come from their idea of what would be okay in their life, because it's like they're just coming off of like what they would or would not like. And just because one person likes one thing and doesn't like another thing doesn't mean that has to hold true for you and what you're doing. So if you have friends and family, a true sign of respect is for them to respect your journey and your process, whether they would agree with it or not, because it's like they don't have to live in your life in your shoes every day. All right, I think we're all caught up on the chats. So, okay, I'm going to give you a quick van update, and then let's do a quick game of Would You Rather. Actually, give me a thumbs up if you guys want to play a quick game of Would You Rather. We've been doing that on the last few live streams, and it's been pretty fun. And I'm only going to do like 3 today because I am at my friend's house and I don't want to like, you know, be on the live stream for like hours and hours because I'm trying to help her move and stuff. And she's got like a lot of boxes and stuff. But I do want to like give my attention to you and spend the time with the live stream because I really enjoy, you know, talking with you guys. All right. So everyone's with a thumbs up in terms of the Would You Rather. So I'm going to give you the van update and then we'll do the Would You Rather. Hey, Snow Panther. Wait, Grant said, I would never consider living in a car or van either, which is why I live vicariously through you. Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people say that on the Travel Snacks comments and, you know, live streams. Like, you know, not everybody wants to do that. You know, maybe like, whatever, years ago, I would have been like, I would never do that. And now I'm in a different place and whatever. Now I'm like fully excited about doing it. But you know, and there's things that I watch on YouTube or movies or whatever that I would never do certain things, but I still watch things because it's like, it's very interesting. Like right now in my life today, because this could change. Like there's people that do like ice rock climbing or whatever. I don't think I'm ever going to do that. That doesn't make me feel happy. Like that makes me freak out inside to think about that. So I don't think that I would do rock climbing or ice climbing or whatever. But I like to see that. Like sometimes I like to see people doing it and achieving that, like get to the height or whatever, to the pinnacle of their climb. But I respect that they do it and I respect that they're challenging themselves. So everyone has like a different thing, you know, and I think that's great. Snow Panther, same. My sibling would never consider living in a car. Oh yeah, same thing. Like my sister, I don't think she would ever like consider doing this, but you know, it's like, you just gotta like respect. I would never jump out of a plane, but I watch. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if like, I don't have it on my bucket list to jump out of a plane and I don't care to do that. A few years back, my son, he was like, oh, I want to do that for one of my birthdays. He's like, I want you to do it with me. And I was like, oh, I really don't want to do that. But like, if it was for one of my kids and they wanted to do that and they wanted to do like a little family jump, I think I would have to muster up the whatever to do it. Not have to, but I would do it because I think it'd be a good memory as long as nobody, you know, jumped to their death or injury. But it's not something I personally would just choose to do. Okay, van update. So good news is, well, whatever news, this week was just like crazy. There was a lot going on this week. And there was a few trips to Home Depot and just like whatever. There's just a lot going on this week. So what we ended up getting done is we did end up getting the roof of the van cut all the way off. Like, so the whole roof is cut. So we just finished cutting off the roof on Thursday. So we can, well, it's heavy, but we could together, me and my dad, we could lift it up like this. And so it is completely cut off. And we were going to take it off, and I bought a tarp for it. But I figured like I was coming to San Diego for the weekend to help my friend, and I'm not going to be going back till Monday night. And so I didn't really want my van to be sitting, because it's sitting under a tree, and it's one of those like pine trees. So all the like pine needles would just, even if with the tarp, I feel like it'd just get dusty and all this stuff. So I just asked my dad if we could just leave the top just sitting there. And then when I get back, we'll pop it off. And that's when we're going to do the build in terms of building up the sides. Because whoever's on the live stream that doesn't know, I'm cutting off the roof. We're going to raise the roof 6 inches and then reattach the roof. So it's probably going to be the biggest part of the van build, the biggest, hardest thing to do. And so we're taking our time doing it because we've never done it before. I can't really find too many people on YouTube or articles that have lifted it. I've seen people that have cut the whole roof off and like just built a wooden roof, but I've not really seen anybody lift the roof. So we're going off of just our own plans. So we have it cut off now. So the next part is probably going to be like a very intense part. So by next Saturday, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure we'll be probably in the rebuilding of it stage. And I know that I haven't been posting as many videos on the channel as I usually do. Usually I post like 3 videos plus this live stream. And I'm like, the last couple weeks, I've only been posting like 1 or 2 videos. It's just like, there's so much going on with the van build. There's a lot to think about. And also I feel like I'm, in a sense, I'm moving because like I'm selling everything that I own. I'm trying to like get rid of stuff. I'm trying to purge stuff. I'm trying to sell my car. There's like a lot going on. And so the editing is taking way long. And so please be patient with me, like in this time of the van conversion, because it like everything is taking like a million times longer. And so I'm trying to like put out like the best content I possibly can. So just bear with me on that. Monique says, I've jumped a few times. It's so amazing. Ooh, that's okay. Well, that's good. I think the people I've heard that have jumped say that it feels very liberating to jump out of a plane. Mama's Boys comics. That's why I watched Forrest. He does so much adventure stuff while living in a minivan. I don't know if I followed that one. I'll have to look that one up. Monique says, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, are you talking about raising the roof? Because if so, we didn't know if we could do it either, but we're doing it. Snow Panther, do you need help with the van? I think so far we haven't really needed help. Basically, like my dad is really handy. Like he knows how to do a lot of things and build things. I think what's going to happen is once we get the roof off, we already bought the 2x4s and we have the sawhorses. So we're going to just like put it, and then I have to sand the top down because there's like whatever. It's just like old paint and stuff on there. And then we're going to build it up. And then my dad's 2 friends are going to come over to help us lift it back up, because by then it's going to be heavier, obviously. And then, we'll be able to like whatever, build it back up. And then once the roof is on, then it's like kind of the fun part starts in terms of like insulation, framing, putting the bed, building the cabinets, and then the decorating part and all that stuff. So then that part will be like a normal van build. So I've been ordering things here and there for the van, and it's been exciting to get like little things and stuff. But I realized I'm going to need like everything, like, silverware and can opener and spatula and like all the things, because I gave away a lot of the stuff when I moved. So, but I don't want to think about that today because that stresses me out. There's just like so much to think about. Grant says, take your time. We'll be here. Oh, thank you so much. That means so, like more than like truly, because it like sometimes I try not to stress out because like the Bible says, don't be anxious for, the people that decide they don't want to follow Travel Snacks because I'm not putting as many videos. It just is what it is. Like I'm doing the best that I can time wise. And, and also I love doing live streams too. So that at least gives us time to just chat and you guys can know what I'm up to. So I'm not just like dinking around, not making videos. Oh, yeah, I know. So Monique, we bought this van and it I think the height inside was like 5'4". I'm 5'7". So we need to raise it like at least 6 inches because then we have to still insulate the roof and put a wooden roof. So I still need the little inches. And so that way I'm able to stand up. Cause if you've ever been in a van that you can't stand up in, think about the fact that I'll have to change my clothes in the van. It's hard to change your clothes if you're crouched down. And I'm going to be living in the van full time. So I felt like it was very important for me to be able to stand up. And also I've been cooking a lot more and I felt like it was important to have, the countertops, and when I'm able to cook, I'm not bending over trying to cook. That'd be terrible. So we're just going to do the best we can. All right. So that's the van update. Pretty much the roof is cut off, but not off. And that's pretty much what we've been working on, because it wasn't just that we needed to cut it off, but we had to really think about it and plan it and measure it out and try to figure out exactly the best thing to do, because you can't just cut it. You got to think about how you're going to reattach it. And also thinking about slightly aerodynamics, not that I know anything about that, but you don't want to just cut a roof off and not attach it in a way that, when you're driving, you don't want the roof to fall off. So you got to think about the way your attachment points are. So anyways, it was just a lot of planning and thinking about how we're going to do this the right way so that we can avoid making too many mistakes. The Dukes of Hazzard, Georgia. Hello from Argentina. Argentina was amazing. I always say that, but it really was amazing. All right, so you guys ready for a few would you rathers? All right, let me see which one to go first. Let's see. I have to try to read my writing because I wrote these right before. Okay, so the first one. Does everybody know would you rather? Do I need to explain it? Basically, I'm just going to ask 2 different questions, or one question, but 2, whatever. Basically, would you rather? I'm going to say, would you rather do this or would you rather do this? And then you just put in the chat which one would rather choose. So the first question is, would you rather be able to speak every language in the earth, or would you rather be able to speak to animals, all animals? So you could, and even insects. So you can either speak every language in the world or speak to every animal and insect in the world. Okay, now put in the chat which one you would rather do. All right, Fake Freedom, here we go. Fake Freedom says she'd rather speak every language. Snow Panther, every animal. Monique, animals. Ooh, okay. All right, so you can either speak every language in the world or speak to all animals. Grant, every language. All right, so far we got 4 answers. Snow Panther, humans can get annoying. Yeah, and if you guys put in what your reasoning is too, that's also good. You could let me know why you're choosing that. It's fine. Mama's Boys comic says animals, speak to all animals. All right, has everybody answered? So you can either speak every language that there is or speak to all animals. Van Life Rocks, animal. I want to talk to crows. That's an interesting, what do you want to talk to crows about? Fake Freedom, so I can share the gospel of Jesus Christ everywhere. Hallelujah. All right, I think everybody's probably answered. All right, so you usually on the live streams, I don't reveal my answer, but you guys can guess which one do you think I would choose. Van Life Rocks. Animals have a lot. Oh, crows have a lot to say. That's true. I'm hearing a crow outside the window right now. I would actually kind of like to know what this crow is crowing about. Mama's voice, call me Dr. Doolittle. That's funny. All right, so which one do you guys think I'm going to choose? Fake Freedom says I would pick every language. Grant says because you like to travel, I would say languages. Hey, Chad. Chad says speak to all animals. Anyone else? Mama's boy says I would choose speaking to animals. All right, anyone else? Fake Freedom because you love meeting foreigners in their nations. Van Life rocks animals. Snow Panther, I guess you will pick animals because you like nature and because it's the opposite of freedom's answer. Monique, speak to the animal. All right, has everybody answered? All right, so there's a victory for Fake Freedom. I would choose all languages. And the reason is because of what's basically what Fake Freedom says, because I forget who else said Grant, because I love to travel. I love going all these places, and I would love to just be able to like just seamlessly and easily just talk to anybody, especially like because if you get lost or if you want to order food or if you want to just like find out from locals what's cool and what's happening or like little hidden spots, you could like talk to all these people and just in their foreign language or their foreign language for me, but their language, their native language, and you could just ask them like whatever you wanted. And it would be kind of like a baller just to be able to like walk up and just like spit out like Japanese or just spit out German or just spit out like whatever, just any Portuguese or whatever. It'd be so cool. Just like have that in your mind and just be like easily just like pop it out of your mouth. That would be so awesome. It would be cool to talk to animals, but I'm not like a major animal person. Like I don't care to have pets and stuff like that. And it would be cool to know, especially like what dogs are thinking. But I feel like talking to humans for me is more important. So awesome. Woohoo! Fake Reef says, you just said you wanted to know what the crows were saying. That's true. I do want to know, but not as much as wanting to know what, say I walk outside and somebody's talking another language. If you could speak other languages, you could also like understand other languages. So when people are talking, you'd be able to know if they're talking about you or what they're talking about. Are those laughings C and jaw? I know C is yes, and jaw. I think jaw is like ha ha ha, but I don't know. True. Just ask the animals if you want to know what other people are saying. That's true. But sometimes animals can be jerks and they might be like, I don't need to talk to you. You're not an animal. And think of all the foreign films you could watch. Ah, that's a good point. Because I do like to watch foreign films. Think of all the foreign films you could watch without subtitles. Van Life Rock says humans are overrated. They can be. While traveling, you could just ask the animals. Yeah, you could ask the animals. But you don't know if they're going to be willing to talk to you. You never know. They might hate humans. All right, so that's the first one. Let's move on to the next would you rather. Okay, so if money were not an issue at all, so don't think about it in terms of what you have right now. Just imagine that you have unlimited resources in terms of whatever, but you can only choose one of these. Would you rather have a personal chef or a personal housekeeper, like someone that just cleans everything all the time? Everything's always clean and tidy and put away and hung up and laundry's done and folded and they do all the housekeeping, but they don't cook. The housekeeper does not cook. Or you can have a private chef and they cook every meal, every snack, anytime you wanted a drink, like a special drink or anything that you want, a special coffee or tea or cocktail or whatever, they will make mixed drinks. They will make any kind of food or snack, and they would always be like there available to you. So you could either have a cook or a housekeeper. Which one would you rather choose? And Mama's Boys Comic says, I think animals are more trustworthy. I mean, they probably are, honestly. Okay, so this one is, you can either choose to have a private chef or a private housekeeper. Okay, Big Freedom says, chef. Snow Panther, personal chef. I live in my car, so not much to clean. True. Van Life Rock says, neither, sorry. That's fair. That's fair. Is it because you don't want someone to like employ someone or put someone out? Or is it because you just like your private space, or because you just don't care about that? Mama's Boy Comics, neither. Chad Christie, personal chef because I love great food and I love to eat. Fake Freedom says I cannot cook. All right, anyone else? Anyone else? But I'd want a handyman to fix anything wherever I need it. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, but we can't add that in because that wasn't, because would you rather is supposed to be a hard thing, but that is a good thing. Like that would mix up everything, because yeah, I could definitely use like a handyman a lot of times to like fix a lot of things, like even in a car. Grant, I love to cook. My wife is a bit of a slob, so housekeeper, tired of cleaning up after her. Especially mechanic. A mechanic would be good too, but that's a different would you rather. But I appreciate that answer, because a mechanic, like an honest, very knowledgeable mechanic, would be excellent. Van Life Rocks. I like my space and independence. That's fair. That's very. What if I changed it to say it was like a robot housekeeper or a robot chef? Would that change your answer? Like non-human. Monique, neither. I live in a car and I can drive to wherever. True. Okay, so for me, Fake Freedom says I would choose a chef. You are private and like your personal space. Okay, Mama's Boys Comic says, I guess cleaning because I don't like anyone messing with my food. That's an interesting take. Grant says Monique could have a car keeper. That's funny. All right, so what do you guys think I'm going to choose? What do you guys think I would choose? I know that's a hard one because I'm about to be living in a van. So like a van keeper or a robot. Which one do you think I will choose? Fake Freedom says, Travel Snacks, your name says it all. Mama's Boys Comics, chef. And Chad Christie says, van keeper. That's so funny to me. Snow Panther says, I'll choose a chef. Monique says, I actually love to clean. I think for me, chef. You love to clean? I do not love cleaning. Van Life Rock says, I think you would want a chef. Grant says, a van chef. You like food. They could make you something new every day while you travel. All right, you guys all answered for what you guys think I would choose. All right, so you guys called it. I would choose a chef because, number one, like you said, I love food. I love a variety of food. I would love to try new things. I would be like, okay, like I heard about this thing from a different country. Can we try that? Or like this snack I heard about, can you try to recreate it? So I would love to have a private chef. And second of all, I'm not the best cook. Like I think I'm better at baking, but in a van I won't be able to really bake. But I'm not like the greatest cook. Like I've been on this new plant-based living, and I've cooked a lot of things recently that kind of sucked. Like I wouldn't make it again, but I'm at least trying. Like I'll try to like make something and like add vegetables to it, and I'm like, that didn't go over so well. But at least I know what I don't like now. And so I'm not the greatest cook. I don't really know how to season things very well. I'm not saying I'm a terrible cook. I think I can hold it down a little bit, but there's just things I wish somebody else would just make for me and I wouldn't have to worry about it. Uh, so a private chef would be awesome because I would put that person to work or that robot to work because I would be having them make me all sorts of things. But yeah, I think with like a housekeeper, even if I had a house, like if I'm just living by myself, I'm pretty, I don't know, like I don't mess up things a lot. Like I like to wash my dishes as I have them for the most part. When I'm cooking, I just usually wash the dishes right then. Um, and I like to wipe down counters and stuff. So I don't think that I'm like atrociously messy. I think the worst thing is like usually at home, my bed has a mound of like clean clothes on it because I don't like to fold stuff and put it away. But other than that, I don't think that I would really care too much. Now, if I was with a partner that was messy or when I have my kids, our house was always messy. And there was always dishes in the sink and it was crazy. So maybe when I was like in kid raising times, I may have picked a housekeeper. But for now, I would easily pick a chef. Yep, nailed it. They kind of sucked because they're plant-based. Who's plant-based? Chat Christy, you are right, Travel Snacks. When you're right, you're right. Also, let's see. Okay. Let me see what time it is. Okay, we'll do. They're kind of, the recipes kind of suck because they're plant-based. Probably. I don't know. But also, I'm not like, even when I was eating meat, I wasn't really that great. Like, I had my things that I knew how to make. Like, I can make some really good tacos, basic spaghetti, macaroni and cheese. Like, I could put a recipe together. But I think because you're right, I think plant-based is because, like, I'm trying things I've never even tried before. And so, yeah, it's not as fun cooking plant-based spices. Yeah. Snow Panther, does my friend want to play? I don't think so. I think I hear her on the phone. I think she's talking to another friend. And I think she's like putting boxes away and stuff. We already like went back to her old place and got like cleaned up today, cleaned out everything, wiped down everything, wiped out the fridge, got all her boxes, packed it in her car, and like got it already. We already did that this morning. And I was like, I just got to be back in time for my live stream. That's all. So I think she's, putting away the final boxes that we hadn't put away yet. But thank you for asking. That's so thoughtful of you. Thank you. And I'm going to tell her that you said that. Grant says, yeah, where's your friend? She's shy. She's not shy. Yeah, she's not shy. She's the one I went to South America with. So I don't know if I had her in any of I didn't make any videos about South America. I used to do a podcast, Travel Snacks podcast. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go check that out. Actually, while we're on it, just hit the like button on this live stream too, because I haven't said that in a few little whiles. But yeah, so I used to do the Travel Snacks podcast, and I talked about her on that podcast a few times. She's not shy. She doesn't even mind being on the live stream or whatever, but she just is in there doing whatever. Snow Panther, yes. Would you rather live stream once a week or 7 times a week? All right, Snow Panther's coming. Actually, that's a smart idea, Snow Panther. You guys should either put in the comments or DM me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is travelsnacks_, and feel free to send me would you rather questions. That would be kind of cool. I don't know can you guys, when you're watching this live stream, can you make comments, like regular comments under this like live stream video, or can you only type in the chat? I'm trying to think of live streams I've actually watched before. Can I make comments? Put them there, and then I'll write them down for next week. Okay, so only in chats. Did we lose the connection? Um, well, Snow Panther says you can't, but Monique says when live stream is done, I'm hooked on live streams. Awesome. And chat only. Okay, so for right now, okay, so once it's posted, you're okay, that makes more sense. So right now in the chat, you can't, I mean, you can only chat, but you can't put comments. Okay, so after this live stream is over, if you feel like it, put in the comments, which actually helps the YouTube algorithm for the live streams also, which is cool because people like YouTube will see that there's actual comments too. Put in the comments, or even like I said, DM me on Instagram if you feel like it, you know, and I'll start making like a little list that I'll keep. And then each time we'll do like really fun would you rather questions. So then it's interactive too, because I'd rather have you guys involved, and some of the questions will come from you, and I'll tell, you know, I'll say who submitted the question. So that's awesome. Okay, let's just do, let's see. But answer your questions, Snow Panther, just real quick, because I want to go back to this. I would rather do a live stream once a week because I'm busy doing like editing and filming and building this van. So 7 times a week right now, I don't think I could even like physically, mentally do it. Just I think I'd be wiped out. Okay, so this next question is, let's see what time it is. Yeah. Would you rather be able to read minds or predict the future? So you can read anybody's mind or predict what's going to happen in the future. Which one would you rather? While you guys are answering, my friend, she postmated last night. We had these, I think it's called a stromboli. It's like a calzone, but it's like long. It's like big, and it's like filled with like delicious cheese. And we had like spinach and roasted red peppers. And then there was this garlic bread with like cheese all over it. It definitely wasn't vegan, but it was delicious. And like they give you this like big vat of like red sauce for this like stromboli. It was so good. And so there's so much of it left over. So as soon as this live stream is over, I'm gonna go eat the leftovers. So we had like an amazing Italian dinner. And she ordered my mouth's watering. She ordered the Postmates at like, I don't even know what time. And it didn't get here till like 9:40. We were waiting forever for it. And it was just, it was worth the wait though, but it was delicious. Speaking of food. Okay, so Grant says he would rather predict the future. Mama's boys predict the future. Monique, read minds. Snow Panther, predict the future. Interesting, interesting. Van Life Rocks, predict the future. Chad, read minds so I can easily know what the person is thinking, so I can chat with them and blow their mind. That's a good reasoning. Fake freedom, neither. As a Christian, wait, hold on, I gotta read it again. Neither. As a Christian, we do prophesy the word of God, and by the Holy Spirit receive discernment. Ooh, that's a great answer. Grant, I don't want to know what others are thinking. Ooh, that's a good one too. That's interesting. I never thought of that. Oof. I don't know now. I thought I knew, and now I don't know. You guys are coming with some good logic, good reasoning. Anyone else want to answer before we go on to what I would choose? Has everyone said their answer that wants to answer? Snow Panther, I can get rich by predicting the future. Ooh, that's a good one too. Van Life Rocks, who cares what people think? Ooh, that's a good one too. Man, that's interesting. I didn't think of any of those things. Now I'm all confused which one I would choose. All right. So let me think for 1 second before. What would I choose? What would I choose? Oh man. That's a hard one. This game became hard right this minute. All right, you can say what you think I would choose. I got it now. Okay, Mama's Boy says I would choose to read minds. Snow Panther, I couldn't care less what anyone thinks. Grant says I don't want to think this person likes me, and then I read their mind and I think I'm a douchebag. So true. Snow Panther, I used to though. Van Life Rocks, you can save people by knowing the future. Ooh, that's a good one too. Reread my answer for your choice. True. Oh man. All right. You guys all answered for me. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna go with fake freedoms choice because I think that's true. Like as a Christian, we are not supposed to know either. Like it's up to God. But if I have to answer just for the sake of the game, just because that's fair, then I would. When I first wrote this question down, I was gonna say that I would want to read people's minds, and the reason not is because I want to know people's minds, is because I don't want to know the future, because like what fake freedom is saying, like I don't want to interfere with what God has already like done, like set forth, and also like I don't want to know like how I'm gonna die, when I'm gonna die, when my family's gonna like I don't want to know anything about death. But now what you guys are saying is like, if you like it can read people's minds, then you're going to know things you may not want to know, like that's going to really hurt your feelings, or like, man, that's a hard one. Like I don't want to choose either of those, but I think I would probably choose, oh my gosh, maybe I'll still choose read people's minds. I still think I would choose read people's minds now, actually, that I say that, because I don't know. That's a hard one. Grant says I would say predict the future. Hey David, X-ray vision. That's not really one of the choices, but X-ray vision would be also very cool. Chad Chrissy, predict the future so you know how your van turns out. Ooh, that's a good one. Snow Panther, I would pick the future. Van life, predict the future. Fake Frida says, I love you, sister. I love you too. People's minds are fickle, so true. Fake freedom. I lost all my friends since becoming a Christian. It took neither for that to happen. I mean, that's true. Like, as a Christian, like it's, you have to take a stand. You have to take a stand on certain things. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, God created me, and all like the most important thing is what God views of me. But just for that question, I think I would just say, like, if we're just playing a game and the question, I would say I'd rather know what people are thinking, because also like I like to try to understand why people think the way they think. And you're right, like I don't dwell on like people, like I don't really dwell on the fact of like caring what people think, because whatever, people's minds are their own, and it's not my job to convince them otherwise of things. But also just to be able to try to understand where someone's coming from, like in their thoughts. I'd say for the question, if I had to choose, it would be to choose about what people are thinking, so I could kind of know what their mind is doing. David, most people are so dumb you can read their minds by talking. Also true. Some people are, yeah, have no common sense. All right, so this is going to be the last question, because I'm hungry, and also I don't want to just leave my friend just out doing all the work. So the last one is, wait. Yes, body language is more transparent. That's true. If you pay attention to people, you can get a sense of like if they're jittery, or if they're like sweating, or if their eyes twitch a certain way. Chad says, no matter what, your van is going to turn out awesome, because your dad will make sure of that. Aw, love your channel. Thank you so much. It's our channel. I always like to just include everybody. But thank you. Yes, I know whatever happens, the van is going to turn out great, because we're putting a lot of work into it. My dad's really making sure, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so the final question is, this one sucks, honestly. Neither of these is a good choice, but would you rather have a noisy neighbor or a nosy neighbor. So someone that makes a lot of noise all the time, or someone that's in your business, like always like, kind of like and trying to hear what you're talking about or see who's coming over or what you're doing or what your yard looks like or whatever. So noisy, would you rather have a noisy neighbor or a nosy neighbor? Mama's Boys says nosy, rather have a nosy neighbor. Okay, Snow Panther says nosy. Fake Freedom says nosy. Grant took a bathroom break. Oh, how dare you? Just kidding. I missed the question. And Monique says noisy. Okay, so the question is, would you rather have a noisy neighbor or a nosy neighbor? So someone who's in your business and trying to find out what your business is or what you're doing, or someone that's noisy, that has their TV up loud, or they're constantly like having their dog barking or hammering or just being like just totally whatever, noisy. David says either way they will end up buried in the desert. Yeah, I said that this question sucks because nobody wants either of those things. Neighbors can really make your life terrible or great, but Chad says you'd rather have a noisy neighbor. And Mama's Boy says that I would rather have a nosy neighbor. Fake Freedom, most find out I'm a Christian and avoid me. Oh, that sucks. Grant says neither. No, you gotta pick one. Snow Panther, I've had noisy neighbors that kids are yelling all day and parents making noise all night. Same. Van life rocks. Sorry, neither. That's a reason why I live in a van. Truth. Van life rocks. Earbuds. But do you want to wear earbuds all the time? Like if you lived in a house? But also in a van, like let's just say you're, parked in a campground or whatever, that could apply. Would you rather have a nosy, like whatever, camping, like neighbor being loud or trying to figure out what you're doing? Grant says nosy, at least I can sleep at night. All right, so what do you guys think I would choose? You think I would rather have nosy neighbors or noisy neighbors? All right, Grant says, or wait, hold on. Oh, Mama's Boy says, I would rather have nosy neighbors. Fake Freedom, you would choose nosy. You would find a way to keep them away, in my opinion. Grant says nosy. David says, turn up my super stereo and have a battle of the bands. That's a good one. Chad says, I'd rather have nosy neighbors. All right, anyone else want to answer before I reveal? Mama's Boys, you will never be able to avoid nosy in this world, girl. Monique, nosy. I'd rather have nosy. All right, you ready for my reveal? Okay, so I think all of you guys got it right. I'd rather have nosy neighbors. Mama's Boys, folks who are nosy don't even know they are. That's true. They're just busybodies. I moon nosy neighbors before I go jogging. Family House nosy. That's so funny. I cannot stand noisy stuff. Like just in general, like taking naps or sleeping, like it's so bright in here. Like I could take a nap or sleep, any kind of lighting or whatever. But noise, like if there's like a clock ticking or water dripping or like the fan clicking, I can't, like noise, little noises or dogs barking or snoring. I just can't, I'm not the one like that can just get over that. Like little noises bug me so much. So I just couldn't do it. I'd probably like, I don't even know what, I'd be the one calling cops and stuff on noisy neighbors. I just couldn't do it. So I'd rather just have nosy neighbors, and whoever said, yeah, I would figure out a way to just make them not want to be nosy. Like I'd come up with some scheme to make them think I'm crazy or something. Fake freedom. I got all right. Yes. You're like prevailing today. Grant, same. I wear earplugs when I sleep at night. Honestly, like I live with my parents, and where my bedroom is, their TV and living room is like right next to it. And my dad likes the TV up loud. And like almost every night I have to put in these earbuds. Actually, these are, they're called Max Rock earbuds. They came from Amazon. They were like $12, but they are sleep earbuds so that they fit like kind of flesh into your ear. And so I wear these like a lot of nights, and I put on a meditation or music or a podcast because I just can't stand a loud TV. I just can't stand it. Or people just talking. Like I just can't do it. So it would drive me nuts. Mama's boy, nosy is a part of getting outside of yourself. Maturity teaches you boundaries. If you stay self-absorbed, you go crazy. Yeah, that's true. You can be nosy. Just don't let people know you are. Don't impose your ways. Yeah, that's also true. Noise canceling, nice. Yeah, these, I don't know if these are like noise canceling. Like they're not like AirPods where they're just going to be like sound gone. But I will say that like these work really well. And I have like 3 pairs of these because I never want to be without these. I actually edit with these too. I plug these into my computer, and then I'm able to hear like, my like editing audio much like better. These aren't like the greatest things. They were $12, but yeah, I think these are in I don't know, one of my videos with the link if you guys want to get these. But or if you want the link, DM me on Instagram and I'll send you the link. But these are great. I love these. I'm glad I found those. Nosy as an adjective, not that bad. Nosy as a verb, bad. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, no, like to me, nosy is more like nosy behavior is more intrusive. Curiosity, I don't mind. If I had a curious neighbor, I wouldn't hate that person. I wouldn't even be mad at that person. But nosy is almost like, to me, nosy is more like they're sticking their nose in, like trying to either get you in trouble or figure out ways to hate you, or like being just a jerk. And so I don't like nosy, but I can deal with nosy over noisy any day. I mean, if somebody was just nosy, I think I would just probably be nosy right back and just be asking a lot of questions and be like, oh, what's your trash looking like over there? Why are you parked there? What are you doing? And hey, we can have, like, when somebody said Battle of the Bands, I'll be like, hey, nosy bands or whatever. I don't know, but I think we'll figure it out. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up for the day, unless you guys have any questions. But we had some good discussion today on these would you rathers, because there's a lot going on, and sometimes it's not an easy, clear-cut answer. But if you haven't already, put a like on this live stream. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That lets you know every time we do a live stream or a new video. Fake Freedom rocked it today. I'm very proud of you. I think that you start to get to know people as it goes. So I think it's a fun game to play. I'm trying to think of some other games to play, but for now, since this is new, we'll stay on it a while. Like I mentioned before, if you guys have any that you want me to talk about, just send me a DM on Instagram or in the comments after this is over. fake freedom. God bless you all in Jesus' name. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will chat with you guys on the next live stream. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.